Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I want us to play a game. Imagine this. You wake up one morning, you check your email and you see the words, "Congratulations, your Canadian permanent residency has been approved." Just imagine it. In that moment, your life might change forever. No more immigration stress. You finally have the opportunity to call Canada your home. It's exciting. Now you can wake up from the trance. If you actually played the game and you imagined it, leave a fire emoji in the comments now and tell me how it made you feel. I know that sounds like a dream, but what if I told you that there's a way to make your PR dream come to pass? Now I know that not all PR pathways are created equal, and if you make the wrong choice, it could mean delays, rejections, and wasted time. And in 2025, the Canada immigration rules are changing fast. Some pathways are getting easier, while others are becoming harder than ever. So, if you don't act fast, you might miss out on your best shot at moving to Canada. So in this video, we're talking about the best Canada PR pathways for 2025, especially the ones that give you the highest chances of success. And most importantly, how can you avoid the common mistakes that ruin so many applications? In this video, I'll break everything down for you, step by step, in plain English. And by the end, you have a clear plan to make your Canadian PR dream a reality. This is just for information and education purposes. It's not for immigration advice, okay? All right, let's get into it. First of all, I get it. You've probably seen dozens of videos on Canada permanent residency. Maybe you've even started your application, but you got stuck. Or God forbid, you applied, you waited for months, and then you got rejected. Whichever group you fall into, you're not alone. Canada's immigration system can be confusing. The rules change constantly. And on top of that, there's so much bad advice out there. There's all this random social media posts giving outdated information. And of course, you have well-meaning friends who mean well but have no real experience. I understand the frustration, that uncertainty, that fear that you'll never get it right. But hopefully, this video will steer you in the right direction. So here are the best PR pathways for 2025 and how to choose the right one for yourself. Number one is the express entry. This is still the fastest way to permanent residency. If you're skilled, young, and you have work experience, express entry is still the best option for you. And I'm going to point out some highlights about the express entry. The first thing is that express entry now has the category-based draws, which are now more important than ever. Canada is focusing on specific job sectors like healthcare, tech, education, and skilled trades. So if your job is in these fields, your chances of getting an ITA or an invitation to apply is higher. However, with respect to the CRS score trends, the cutoff scores are very unpredictable. So I am unable to even give a prediction as to what the scores could be like. In addition, provincial nominations could skyrocket your CRS score. If your CRS score is low, getting a PNP nomination could be your golden ticket to getting that invitation to apply. Let's talk about how to maximize your chances. Number one is to boost your CRS score. You can learn French if you can, but definitely maximize your language scores. Or in the best case scenario, come and study in Canada first before qualifying for PR. Secondly, if you're in healthcare, education, or trades, your chances are much higher, like I said before. Also, if you can speak French or you are able to maximize your language scores, like I've already said, you will increase your chances. And thirdly, consider provincial nominations as your best backup plan. Now, speaking of PNPs, PNPs are Canada's secret weapon for PR. Each province has its own immigration programs, and in 2025, some provinces are making it easier than ever to get nominated. From my research, these are the top provinces for PNP in 2025. First is Ontario. Tech workers and healthcare professionals are getting priority in Ontario. Then Alberta. Alberta is offering lower CRS score cutoffs and new pathways for skilled workers. Then, of course, there's Saskatchewan and Manitoba. These are great alternatives if you have low CRS scores. And of course, the Atlantic Canada, which is made up of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and Newfoundland. They have huge labor shortages and they offer faster pathways to permanent residency. Make time to check out these provinces' websites, and in future videos, I will talk about each of them separately. So if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, now would be a good time to do so. The easiest ways to get a PNP nomination is to research the province that matches your job and your skills. Apply to multiple PNP programs to increase your chances of success. And if possible, get a job offer in a province that needs workers. If you want a step-by-step guide to show you how to do all of this, check out this link here for a step-by-step guide for express entry as well as the provincial nominee program, okay? What if you don't qualify for express entry or PNP? Then what? Well, don't worry, there's another way. You can explore study in Canada. It's a backdoor PR strategy. And no matter what you've heard, studying in Canada is a way to get permanent residency. Because students get work permits, they gain Canadian work experience, and they are able to qualify for special PR programs. Why studying in Canada works so well is that you can work while you study and gain Canadian work experience. After graduation, you get a post-graduation work permit or a PGWP. And with your Canadian work experience and your Canadian degree, your PR options become way easier. And you can qualify for the Canadian Experience class, which is the CEC, if you work in Canada for 1 year in a skilled job. You can also qualify for PNPs that are reserved for graduates of Canadian colleges and universities. Some provinces have special PR streams just for students. There's also employer-sponsored permanent residency. Many employers help sponsor PR applications for their workers, and most of those workers, a lot of times, are international students who have PGWPs or their spouses who have spousal open work permits. So if you're struggling with PR options or you feel that you do not qualify for express entry for whatever reason, studying in Canada might be your best move. If you want a step-by-step guide to help you find admission in Canada and also know how to apply for study visas, please check out this link here and learn how you can gain access to our Study in Canada step-by-step guide. It will help you a great lot, okay? I'm going to leave the link right here. It will also be in the description. Now, some of you will still say, but what if I don't want to study? Well, there's one more option, and that is the family sponsorship pathway. If you have family in Canada, you might qualify for PR through family sponsorship. This pathway will work for you if you have a spouse, a common law partner, a parent, or a child who is already a Canadian citizen or PR holder. Please note that Canada takes marriage fraud seriously, so immigration officers will carefully review your application to ensure that your marriage is legitimate. Spousal sponsorship applications generally take around 12 months to process, but the timeline can vary depending on the time of year or the number of applications that they are processing at that time. For dependent children, sponsorship is usually more straightforward. If you are under 22 years old and you are unmarried, your Canadian parent or your PR parent can apply to bring you to Canada as a permanent resident. One key advantage of family sponsorship is that it doesn't require a job offer, no high CRS scores or financial proof from the applicant. However, the sponsor must meet financial requirements and commit to supporting the sponsored person for a certain period. If all of these ones already mentioned do not suit you, there are also some lesser known PR pathways, like the Agri-Food Pilot for farm and food workers, the Rural Community Pilot for small towns and communities, and the Canada Caregiver Program for caregivers. These programs aren't as popular, but for the right person, they can be a great way to move to Canada and get permanent residency. In later videos, I will talk more about these lesser known PR programs, okay? So we have gone over the best PR pathways for 2025. Now the question is, which one is right for you? Well, it differs for everyone. But if you want us to talk about how this specifically applies to you, you can book a call session with me. I'm going to leave the link in the description and also on the screen. Please, if you're serious about moving to Canada, don't just watch these videos and move on with life until the next video. You need to take action. Research your options, improve your profile, do what you need to do, and start applying now. Let me know your biggest PR challenge, and I'll do what I can to help. And if you found this video helpful, also leave the word immigration in the comments as well. Now, if you would like a refresher on the recent Canada immigration updates, check out this video here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.